What's up, everybody? It's Erskine the Prophet here to do another video. In this video, I'm going to be doing a review for Mayans MC Season 3, Episode 9. The House of Death floats by. The episode starts off, we see Easy in jail, exercising. He got locked up for beating up those guys last week who were saying racist things to Gabby. Then we see Emily in the mirror. We see her take a pill, and then she starts like trying to put some makeup on those scratches that were on her neck from last week when her and Miguel had their little fling. He did the little choking thing, left some pretty deep scars on her neck. Angel picks up Easy from jail. He apologizes to him. Then he starts telling him about all the stuff that went down with Adelita, and how, he just wasn't enough man for her to stay there with him, and he breaks down, and, Easy's kind of shocked. He's asking questions, and, I guess at that point he kind of understands, where Angel, why Angel was kind of acting the way he was acting. We see Coco in the bed. Then he goes out, gets up, goes out to see Letty. And we see Letty, then, she done clean up the whole house. House cleaner than it's ever been. Coco said something about all he had to do was almost die to get her to clean up behind herself. They start talking, and Gabby apologizes for what she said. And then she goes to show Coco a list of rehabs. Coco is like, man, we can't afford no rehabs. And Letty is like, why don't they ask the club for the money? And Coco like, if they tell the club about the heroin thing, that's like a death sentence for Coco. So Coco said, they can't tell the club under any circumstances. And they talking, and then Coco notices that Hope is gone. And Coco blames Letty, asking her what did she say, and Letty said, I ain't say nothing. She just snuck out of here and left. So we see Coco go grab a gun, put on his clothes, and go out to get her. And Letty's begging and pleading with him not to leave, telling him not to choose Hope over her. And she's doing everything she can to get him to stay there, but Coco ends up leaving anyway. And, I get the feeling that it's not going to end well for Coco once he tries to go get Hope, Bishop and the Burr, we see them talking outside, and basically, they're talking about the plan to get Conche, and Burr asked Bishop if he's told anybody yet. Bishop said he only told the kid, talking about Easy. And then Burr said something about missing wearing his cut, and he tells Bishop to get that motherfucker. Bishop says Conche will be dead by sundown tomorrow. So we'll see. It's like one episode left. We'll see if it's anything like last season's finale. Last season's finale was pretty good. It sucks that they didn't address it in this season, but it was a pretty good finale. So I'm hoping, praying that we get a pretty good action-packed finale this season. Going by the other episodes, I'm a little doubtful, but we'll see. Like this episode, to me, this episode wasn't too bad. I mean, it wasn't like action-packed or anything, but a lot of really important stuff, happened in this episode. It was a pretty important episode, so I thought it was pretty decent, even if it wasn't really, as action-packed as episode 7 was. Anyway, Paolo invites Conche to come meet with Lobo Sonera, and basically that weird dude talking about ostriches and animals and symbiosis and all of that. But basically what it comes down to is they're offering Conche heroin so that that his group can become the new pipeline, in California to Mexico. Because right now the Mayans control the pipeline with the Galindos. The Galindos supply the heroin to them, and they control the pipeline. But now Lobo Sonera is saying they'll let Conche control the pipeline because they'll give him, more heroin. And basically what it'll do is it'll take the Galindos out the game, and it'll take Sano Padre out the game. So that's kind of interesting because if it goes down like that, the where Lobo Sonaro starts supplying Conche, then it's almost like Santa Padre and the Galindos are gonna have to align in some form of fashion because, they're gonna have to fight the common enemy, which is gonna be Lobo Sonaro, and however Paulo factors in. And Paulo even says something to Conche about patching in and joining the Mayans, like joining their club. So, I don't know how that's gonna go, but it's gonna be real interesting. Like I said, the way they going, like Miguel gonna have to get his head in the game at some point, and like start focusing on business because it might get real bad, and that includes Santa Padre too, because I don't know if they're prepared to take on somebody like Lobo Sonaros, to be honest. I don't know if they got the manpower for that, and that ain't even counting what might go down with these druggy cats, depending on how things go with Coco. So anyway, we go to the house and Felipe's house, and Easy and Felipe are talking about Gabby and what happened. And then Easy just starts telling them about a whole bunch of stuff, things he's had to do for the club, stuff that's probably getting to him. Because I'm going to tell you, Easy got a lot of bodies for real. Easy to put in some serious work for the club. You know what I'm saying? He didn't kill quite a few people on behalf of Santa Padre. So I know at some point, that stuff kind of got to get to you a little bit. I guess, if you think about the regular Sons of Anarchy, them cats kill people on a weekly basis. So I guess they were just used to killing people, but I don't know, man. It's like these dudes are a little more emotional on the Mayans, so I don't know. He definitely unloaded on his pop. He told him he loved him, as he left. Then we see Emily. She's coming back to her house after a jog, and her sister gets to talking about Miguel, and they get into like a real nasty argument. And Erin, who is the sister, ends up leaving. So yeah, honestly, good riddance. I don't give a shit. That character don't really do shit for the show anyway. So peace. Anyway, check this out. Now this scene right here, I don't know what to make of this next scene. I'm about to talk about. And I don't think nobody gonna break it down like how I'm about to break this thing down. Like none of these other Mayans MC reviews are gonna do it how Erskine the Prophet is about to do it. But anyway, we see Nesta and Miguel out in the field, the same field that Miguel killed Paco in. They back to this field. So when Alvarez pulls up and sees them out there, he thinking like, all right, this shit about to go down, because he was there when Miguel killed Paco. He saw it go down. So Alvarez, like, nah, not today. That shit ain't gonna happen to him. So he grabs a gun and puts it in his waist. Now I'm gonna tell y'all one thing I noticed about him putting that gun in his waist that was kind of stupid. Is he's walking down to meet them, the gun is busting all through his jacket, so the gun is not even hidden. To the point that when Alvarez is even talking to them, he's still you see him still messing with the button, trying to button it up. So I'm like, why don't you just put the gun in your hand and walk down there? Because you definitely ain't hide that gun from nobody. But anyway, that's how I start off. So then Alvarez, Miguel starts talking to Alvarez, telling him about betrayal and, so much betrayal. And he tells him that his mother was murdered. And, Alvarez, what's up? How does that tie into him? And basically, Miguel tells him that Emily and Easy conspired to kill his mother. But before I even get to that, okay, what the fuck went on with this scene? Now, let me say this. I went too far ahead. Miguel says that Nesta saw some tire tracks, and when he's about to tell him, Nesta apologizes to Alvarez, saying Nesta saw some some motorcycle tracks back where Dita was killed and didn't tell him or Alvarez. Now, this shit makes no sense. This scene makes no sense. Because in the motherfucking previews, they showed Alvarez telling Nesta about the motorcycle tracks. They showed Alvarez telling Nesta about the So what in the fuck are they doing acting like Nesta is the one who found the tire tracks? and told Alvarez, and didn't tell Alvarez about it. When they showed Alvarez, fine, and told Nesta about it. So to me, that whole scene makes no sense unless they're doing it in some kind of way for Nesta, I guess, to call herself maybe covering for Alvarez. But even that makes no sense. Why wouldn't Nesta just tell Miguel that? It don't even make no sense. That if Miguel found it, say Miguel found it. But you didn't think nothing of it. But the way they did that scene just makes no sense to me at all. You know what I'm saying? But Miguel ends up telling Alvarez that that he's always questioned his loyalties as it relates to the Mayans, and is he gonna be willing to kill a Mayan now? You know, like basically saying, we'll see. You know, and is he willing to kill Easy Reyes? He's basically telling him to kill Easy. Now, that's dumb and stupid in itself, because Alvarez can't kill no Mayans. You know what I'm saying? We already saw what happened when somebody tries to kill one of the Mayans. So, I don't know how that's going to play out. What I ultimately hope is that Alvarez leaves Miguel and goes back and joins the club. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he would take over. I don't know what club he would take at this point, you know, or how that would even affect Bishop. But honestly, after seeing what happened to Paco, Alvarez got to know he can't fuck with this dude. Miguel Galindo was not his kind of dude. He don't fit in there. And hopefully he'll see that and he'll just get the fuck out before he ends up getting killed. And I really hope that they don't kill him off. But they seem to be killing a lot of people with Sons of Anarchy affiliations. So I hope he don't be the next one. Easy goes to talk to Gabby. Gabby says she's going back to Lodi, and she breaks things off with Easy. You know, it is what it is with that. Then we see Adelita and Minnie talking. Adelita's telling Minnie that she's Adelita, and Minnie's saying, I'm Adelita. And like I said, I'm curious to see where they're going with that too, to be honest. Nails is trying to get Steve's attention, but Steve's off on Planet 9. And they bring up Chucky. And I'm going to tell y'all what's crazy. I didn't even realize, man, Chucky hasn't been on the show the entire season. You know, he was on there 1 and 2, but he's been gone this whole season. And they basically said that he fell in love with somebody and moved to Ohio. But I'm not sure why Chucky hasn't. Yeah, to be honest, I haven't really missed him because I didn't even notice he was gone. Because a lot of the people that he interacted with, you know, like with Coco and, you know, now Easy's patched in, so he's not a prospect no more. And, you know, he used to deal with Coco's daughter, Letty. You know, she's not really around, so I don't even know what they would do with him anyway, but I didn't even notice that he wasn't there, so I guess it don't even matter for real. But anyway, Hank, Taz, and Gilly come in and start fucking with Steve, all of them telling them they need their bikes detailed. And they make Steve go out there and detail their bikes. Hank asks Nails out to dinner, invites Nails to come over and eat dinner with him and his mom. Nails does accept. You know, they're about to have a Templo or something, and Hank called. So everybody's telling Hank to come on. So Hank says he has to leave. And he tells Nails that she made him very happy, but Nails looked like she had something she wanted to say, but Hank really just couldn't wait around to hear it. Easy shows up late to the Templo. Steve tries to get Easy's attention. Easy says he's late, but then he goes back to talk to Steve. And Steve starts telling Easy, you know, how he feels basically bad about killing that dude he had to kill, and he's thinking about him and his kids and all of this stuff. Easy told him that, hey, this is what you signed up for. This is who we are. Basically saying we kill motherfuckers. If you ain't got the stomach, you shouldn't be here. But yeah, we put motherfuckers in the ground. That's what they do. They are killers. You know, that's what, based on the Sons of Anarchy universe that the Mayans MC are part of, these motorcycle clubs kill motherfuckers on the regular. You know what I'm saying? People die. If you ain't down to kill somebody, you know what I'm saying? You probably shouldn't be living this lifestyle. I will say this, like I said, you go back to Sons of Anarchy, none of them motherfuckers ain't had no problem killing nobody. They kill motherfuckers wholesale. and no problems. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. The Mayans probably killed more people on Sons of Anarchy than they've killed on their own show, to be honest. Because the Mayans was putting their work on Sons of Anarchy too. I said everybody was killing everybody on that show. It was a much more violent show than what the Mayans MC is, and that's for damn sure. Emily, we see Miguel and Emily talking. Emily tells Miguel that Aaron left, says she said some really nasty stuff to her. Miguel seems to be happy they got the house back to themselves, says she'll be back eventually. Coco goes to save Hope. We see her get Hope up. We see him get Hope up, wake up, and when he's about to leave with her, somebody puts the gun on him and he's apprehended by the druggies. They take Coco's gun from him, and, the leader pops up and basically, say that he likes to do things the hard way. And, I ain't gonna lie, I saw this shit coming. Dude, if you couldn't steal some fucking pills out of that place, how the fuck you gonna take a woman out of that place? Coco was fucking dumb as shit. And he's just like fucking stupid. And Letty told this motherfucker not to leave. And lo and behold, now he got to deal with these cats again. And more, I'm sure it's not gonna go good for Coco. I don't even feel bad for him at this point because he just keep doing stupid stuff over and over. But anyway, we're back at the Templo. Creeper is back with the guy, the Pavia, and I forget the other guy's name. But anyway, they all back from jail now, and they all ready to party. And then what's crazy as shit, and I kind of had a feeling that this was coming, but they tell Steve to take his cut off, take off the prospect cut, and then they throw down the patches. They make him a member, like right then and there, and and tell him that basically because he killed that, they made him a member because he killed that dude. That's why they made him a member so fast. And he also say Bishop is like the trash is out, and he says Coco is out. Coco's out of the club. So. That ain't it. Yeah. I don't even know how it's gonna play out because, honestly, what I'm hoping is that Letty goes to the club. She goes to Easy or Angel or one of them and let them know that Coco's in trouble, and that's why he hasn't been around. And hopefully maybe, they go try to save Coco. And that's what I was saying. It almost seems like it's gonna have to be a showdown with the bikers and the druggies. You know what I'm saying? Unless they just say fuck Coco and let him, leave him to his own devices. But it's hard to believe they would do that. So, I don't know. That's how I see things playing out. I see Letty going to the club and somehow getting the club to, to go save Coco. And, but the only thing is with that, a lot of other shit gonna come out that might, put Coco in a bad fucking spot. So, man, I don't know. Man, hopefully they don't blow this. I really hope they really put some time and thought into how they're going to let this play out. And don't just ignore it like they do so often. But we'll see. Anyway, Miguel makes a bath with rose petals for Emily. And, I got to talk about this thing. God damn, it done changed my whole perspective on the show. This next thing, excuse me, changes my whole perspective on the show. Yeah, let me get something to drink for that. Emily is standing in front of the bathtub with a robe on. Emily takes the fucking robe off, butt naked, on the show. So this is the second woman we got to see, with their butt hanging out, because Nails showed her butt. And now we got to see Emily butt naked. So, in all those reviews where I said Emily needs to get killed off the show, I take all that shit back now. I take it all back. I got to see Emily's butt, and now Emily's one of my favorite characters. I'm good with Emily now. That was fucking worth it. To get to see her butt naked. Like I said, I take it all back. While I'm on that topic, real quick, let me just address the women who may watch these videos. And, in the past, I've kind of like more talked about men, feeling how I'm feeling and thinking how I'm thinking. and that might have came off somewhat sexist, and I don't want y'all women to think I'm sexist at all. So I just want to let y'all know, going forward, I will make sure to include both men and women who think like how I think, and, you know, pretty much about how this show is going and how the show has been, especially this season. Please accept my apologies for that. I definitely didn't want to exclude any women, because I know, excuse me, I know there's a lot of y'all who feel exactly how I feel about the way, about the way some of this shit was written this season. You know, too much relationship shit and too much, Lifetime shit, And I know y'all with me on that. And like I said, please accept my apology. Anyway, we go to Alvarez, and he's looking in on Paco's kid, who's an orphan now, because, Miguel killed his daddy. And he was special needs, by the way. And then basically his wife tells him not to wake him up, and they start talking, and, they talking about how Paco asked about his dad, and, Alvarez is saying, how's it gonna feel when he stops asking about his dad? And then they just get to talking, and, I love Alvarez. He's definitely one of my favorite characters. So any scene he's in, I'm cool with, because he always makes the people better that's in the scene with him, to be honest. He's just such that talented of an actor, in my opinion. Alvarez is my dude for sure. Then we see Miguel playing with Emily's toes. So hey, for all y'all dude who like women's feet, y'all even got to see some toes. Emily not only showed her butt, she showed her feet. So like I said, Emily, she's in with me. Going forward, I will no longer say I want to see Emily killed off the show. Emily is now one of my favorite characters, not because of any great acting ability or any good storylines, but just because we got to see her body. Just because of that. I know it's shallow, but fuck it, it is what it is. I keep it 100 with y'all all the time. My whole perspective has changed on Emily. I don't want to see her killed off anymore. Okay. The Templo is still going on. Angel tells everybody that we see Hank about to grab a beer for Nails. For him and Nails, and he's about to go take it over there to her. The Angel jumps up and says he has something to tell everybody. And he tells everybody that him and Nails are together now and that they're about to have a kid. And, Hank, we see Hank sit the bottle down on the table, and he's just deflated. But, I mean, honestly, come on, yo. I don't know what's up with all these pussy whipped, sad-ass bikers. I ain't never seen no shit like this. All these fucking women everywhere. And all these dudes running around, like, with broken hearts and, like, what the fuck, man? Man the fuck up, pussies. What's going on with these dudes? Come on, Hank was fuck. And don't get me wrong, if Adelita was around, Angel wouldn't give Nails a time of day. But she not, she left, so now I guess Angel is gonna go ahead and try to make things work with Nails. Hank gotta respect that and stay the fuck out the way. Like, go find somebody. There's plenty of other women to deal with. Now, honestly, even if Nails seemed like she was gonna be stuck on Angel no matter what. So why even fuck with a woman like that? Come on, but we got, if we gonna give Hank some romance, give him some shit that at least has a chance to work, or otherwise just have him beating people up and shooting people in the face and just leave it at that, Even though we don't get a whole lot of beating up and shooting in the face, hopefully, excuse me, at some point that'll change. Okay. Miguel drowns Emily. He sits on the floor crying, and then he goes back and saves her. We briefly see her butt again. We get to see her butt again when he picks up and puts her on the bed. She still don't have no clothes on. Somehow they made the rose petals cover up her titties, so we couldn't get to see those. But damn, they're a little bigger than what I realized too. So Sarah Bolger, the actress who plays Emily, just has a nice body and a pretty face. She's a very beautiful woman, evidently. But I'm glad he went back to save her, to be honest. I was sitting there thinking like, damn, that's fucked up. We get to see her naked, then they just kill off the damn show. But nah, he went back to save her. And I was thinking, I'm gonna tell y'all, I was sitting there thinking like, damn, if I wouldn't have saw her naked, I'd have been mad as shit that he went to save her. I'd have been like, yeah, drown that bitch. But since we got to see her naked, I'm glad he went back to save her. I know it's shallow, y'all, but it is what it is. That's just how I feel about it. I'm glad I got to see Emily naked this episode, and I'm glad she's alive. It is what it is. The governor's having a press conference. We see like somebody in one of them little masks getting closer to her, act like they're trying to stab her. And then her people get her into this bathroom, and the dude is checking the stalls, and somebody shoots him in the head. It's our leader. She comes out with the gun, puts the gun on the governor, and she pretty much holds her there. Then Minnie comes around with the mask on and stabs her up, stabs her to death like numerous times, and Minnie ends up killing the governor. So now I'm gonna tell y'all. I said before, now this is something very interesting about the scene, besides the fact that the governor's dead now. That's pretty big in itself. To kind of see what the title is alluding to here, the governor being killed, Emily almost being killed, and I got another scene to talk about coming up here that's gonna also lead back to the title. But the thing about that is when Adelita was talking to the governor, she mentioned Miguel Galindo as one of the people who promised to take care of the people and didn't. So that tells me now, we know for sure that she sees Miguel Galindo as an enemy. She's not aligned with him anymore. So, and she just had the governor killed. Now keep in mind, Lobo Sonara killed 3 of the governor's people. So they both have targeted that office and both have killed pretty much the whole office now. So Adelita seems to be aligned. Even if they're not together, their interests seem to be aligned in terms of her and Lobo Sonara. And I wonder if she's gonna have to end up, becoming allies with them as well for protection, and so that she'll have people behind her. And because especially if they become enemies with Miguel Galindo and she sees herself as an enemy, I can, it's almost like they're gonna have to align in some way or some shape or form. So it's gonna be real interesting to see how that plays out. But that's the way I see it going. I see her having to pretty much team up at some point with Lobo Sonara. Back at the Templo, Bishop is telling a story, and Steve is looking weird. Like Steve just just hasn't been himself. You could tell he's not himself. Like his mind is still on, killing that dude. The druggies have Coco tied up in his boxer shorts. We see the leader, it looked like he's standing in like a pool of water or something. And they got his hands tied up above him like this. But we see the leader, cleaning them with a rag and talking to him, talking about wolves and how the shit they do to wolves with the females, it was just a real sick, twisted story. And he basically says how Hope was was tagged like one of the female wolves, and Hope pretty much led Coco back to him. And he talks about how Coco tried to steal his pills, and now he's tried to take Hope away from him. And now you see that like somebody else comes in there, you see him getting some dope ready, and he gives the dope to the leader. So the leader shoots Coco in the leg with it, shoots him up with the dope again. And he says he's gonna get him nice and pliable so he can take every last bit of hope from Coco. Now, I told y'all in earlier reviews when this shit first started, it seemed like the Coco story was very similar to Juice's story in Sons of Anarchy. And I really hope that they don't do to Coco some of the shit they did to Juice. Let's just all pray that they don't do some of the things to Coco that they did to Juice. I'm not even gonna say what happened to Juice because I hope it ain't gonna happen to Coco. But I got a feeling things might get pretty bad for Coco in that situation. Whether things are done to him directly or if they bring Hope in there and fucking do shit to her. I don't know. This is just a real fucking ugly, nasty situation that Coco got herself in. That Letty tried to tell us, man, Coco just stupid. And like I said, I don't know how this is going to play out. And I'm real curious to see how it's going to play out. But, hopefully we'll deal with it next episode. Hopefully they will. Paulo's sister comes home and she sees her brother and she asks where her son is, and Paulo tells her they need to catch up. Bishop is still telling his story when all of a sudden we see Steve sitting there, and we see Easy say, no, don't. and all of a sudden Steve pulls a gun out, put it in his mouth, and blows his brains out. Now, that was real fucking sad, and honestly makes no fucking sense to me at all. Okay, Steve killed the dude, but the reason why Steve killed the dude is because these motherfuckers were stomping the life out of Steve. You know, if Steve didn't kill one of them, they probably was gonna kill him. So Steve killed somebody in self-defense. It ain't like he had to go execute somebody like Eazy's had to do numerous times. So how is he all fucked up from killing a person in self-defense? That don't even make no sense. What the fuck was he even doing here in the first place if he can't kill somebody in self-defense? How is he ever gonna be a Mayan or member of any motorcycle club if he can't kill somebody in self-defense? Because being a part of that club, like I said, you're gonna be killing a whole lot more than self-defense. You're gonna be executing people. That's what that club is all about. So evidently he must either not have known that's what that shit was about, or I don't know, man, it just seemed like so fucking stupid. They give him his cut, he get his cut, then he kill himself after he got what he been wanting for so long. Over something that, like I said, I don't even, that shit just hurt me. I like Steve, and that, damn, I was sad to see him go out like that. It was definitely a powerful moment in the show. Like I said, that was a powerful moment. That shit that happened with Miguel and Emily, with Miguel drowning Emily, was a powerful moment. The governor being killed was a powerful moment. Kanye meeting with Lobo Sonara was a powerful moment. There was a lot of, even though there wasn't a whole lot of action, there was a whole lot of very important moments on this show. A lot of them, you know. So I don't really have any problems with this show at all. Because like I said, so much stuff happened. A lot of stuff happened. A lot of important stuff. So Adelita tells Minnie that she has to take care of the last part of her plan and tells her that she has to go. And I'm going to tell you, it got me worried. I'm really hoping Adelita doesn't plan on being a martyr. It seems like she's preparing Minnie to become the leader of this group or of this resistance movement, because it seems like she's ready to go out in a blaze of glory. Man, I hope that ain't the case, because I love Adelita and I don't want to see her leave the show. You know, she's been such a big part of the show. She's such a talented actress, such a beautiful woman. I hope Adelita don't go nowhere. Yeah. They're showing all of the members after Steve killed himself, and Hank is really looking sad now. Like, he's pretty much about to cry. Because, he was real hard on Steve, but Steve was his dude. And it was just, like I said, it was real sad to see Steve go out like that. It was powerful, but that hurt. We see Eazy get on the highway. He drives to Gabby's home and tells her that he wants to go to Lodi with her. So he basically saying he's ready to lead a club and everything and choose her and go with her. Like I said, man, these pussy whip bikers, man, I don't know what the fuck going on this show with these dudes. How this dude just gonna lead a club? Why in the hell? Now, I guess he could lead a club, but I got a feeling Bishop gonna take that he gonna take that personally when Eazy is so involved in these current plans of making him one king. Eazy came up with that plan. So I just don't see how they just gonna let Eazy leave, which tells me that either Gabby gonna leave without him or Gabby gonna leave in the pine box. You know what I'm saying? I just got that. That's just how they do. That's how they do it on these shows. And honestly, I got a feeling death is coming. I got a feeling we're gonna lose some more characters next week in the finale. I just got that feeling. I'm hoping it ain't Alvarez. I hope it ain't Adelita. I hope it ain't Emily now. Honestly, if Gabby get it, I could care less at this point. I hope it ain't Coco. But I don't know. Like I said, let me score the episode. I'm gonna give this episode a 4 out of 5. Like I said, a lot of important stuff happened, and we got to see Emily's butt. So to me, that itself made the episode pretty worthwhile. So, like I said, I give it a 4 out of 5. I can't really think of anything else. I think I hit all of the important points. You know, Steve killing himself was big. I like Steve. It's gonna be sad not to see him on there, especially without Chucky on the show. And maybe that's why I didn't miss Chucky so much, because we had Steve for most of this season, providing that comic relief. So, you know, I would love to hear what you guys think. Please share your comments. I had one dickhead pop up on one of my, you know, my Mayans review videos. I don't know where this clown came from. Normally, I get them idiots on my UFC videos, but I guess I just can't see them escape these assholes, these fucking trolls on YouTube, you know. But anyway, please like the video. I hope y'all like this one. I hope y'all subscribe to the channel. Leave some comments for me. Thank you for all of the people who always do, except for that last dickhead. And yeah, everybody, thank you for watching my videos, period. I love y'all. Anyway, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, stay strong. Peace.